You've got Lebanese heritage yourself. What would you
Oh, mate, don't say that, because that irritates me, and I punch blokes in the mouth for saying that. Don't you dare say that. My family have been in this country for 140 years, right? So and if you say anything like that, I have, on many occasions, punched blokes in the mouth, right? So I'm restraining myself today.
Oh, it's the Can't Get Any Worse podcast on blast, giving you the real talk, no holding back. Can't get any worse, we'll make you see. There's always a silver lining. We'll set you free, so join the movement. Let's change the game with the Can't Get Any Worse podcast.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Can't Get Any Worse podcast. How are we all today? I hope we're all ripping into an absolute stunning week that is. It's actually dark and gloomy here in the lovely land of Logan, but that's not going to stop us, guys. We're going to get in here, hopefully give you guys a couple of laughs. I've got another week of fucking back-to-back stack stories, but first of all, before we get too carried away, let's delve into this opening clip again. Where's my little play button?
You've got Lebanese heritage yourself. What would you
Oh, mate, don't say that, because that irritates me, and I punch blokes in the mouth for saying that. Don't you dare say that. My family have been in this country for 140 years, right? So and if you say anything like that, I have, on many occasions, punched blokes in the mouth, right? So I'm restraining myself today.
Just another good old-fashioned Bob Catter fucking rant. Give him the keys to the country, guys. Look, I've said it countless times on the podcast before. I do not follow politics. I don't even know what this whole speech was about. I'm assuming something to do with the marches or something over the weekend, which, again, I don't know what they were for. All I know is they held up my traffic while I was trying to get somewhere yesterday. And, look, you guys can go and support whatever the fuck you want to support. And I won't judge you for it, but I've got too much going on in my life than to knuckle down and see what all these blokes are carrying on. But again, I saw this pop up on my feed and I'm like, oh, the man is back. Bob Catter is back. He snapped harder than I snap when my kids give me a good old fashioned sack whack out of nowhere. Oh God. I was just fiddling with my mic and I was like, fuck, that's right. Last week I was like, hey James, set a reminder to tighten up the bolts and shit in your mic stand because it's starting to sag and shit. But you've got it, guys. You've got it. I absolutely forgot until this very moment. But that's all right. We're going to push through and we're going to have an absolute ripper of an episode. Looking down the barrel of the camera, I need to address something straight off the bat, okay? I need to make a redaction. I think that's what it's called. Is it a redaction? Like when you're in court or something and they're like, oh, redaction, and you get to take that back. That's what I need to do here, okay? Anyone watching on YouTube can see I'm wearing a oversized white shirt. Now, this is the exact shirt that I was talking about last week that gave me a heap of confidence. Like, if you can look at it, it's not tight fitting. It's just, it leaves a lot to the imagination of what could be underneath this shirt. I could be jacked as shit. I mean, we all know that I'm not, but I can lead the illusion to the general punter, okay? Now, as I mentioned, I went on a bit of a rant on last week's episode going, the confidence I had in this shirt. I was getting compliments left, right, and center. And then I said all that on the podcast. I finished recording. Within an hour of that, I get a little message from friend of the podcast, Reed Willoughby. And he goes, we were talking about my gig at Good Chat, the Gong Show, the other week. And he's like, oh, it was the funniest fuck set, man. He's like, oh, but I don't know how you pushed through what Dusty said about you with your shirt. Oh, God. And I've gone, what do you mean, Reed? Now, Dusty Rich is one of the best comedians in the country, for sure. And we're blessed to have him in the Southeast Queensland market. So we get to see him quite regularly. And one thing he's good at is absolutely ripping you to pieces. And he comes and tells us, like the Gong Show, for example, he's like, look, I just want to come out here. I like you all. Anything I say up there, do not take it to heart. It is coming purely from the point of trying to get a laugh out of these fuckwits out in the crowd. And we're all like, yeah, okay, no worries, Dusty. What could you ever say to hurt my confidence? Here's an example. I come on a fucking hour rant last week about how much I love this shirt and stuff, and then Reed goes, oh, it's so funny what Dusty said about your shirt. I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't hear him say anything. Because I have this thing, right? when I say fucking I've finished into the mic, however I do it that night, and I walk off stage, I pretty much go blind and deaf all the way to the green room. I do not remember any of that moment, okay? I just black out and just power walk through the crowd. And Reed goes, oh, when you were walking off stage, Dusty goes, Jesus Christ, that's the biggest fucking shirt I've ever seen. And then I'm pretty sure he made a fat joke as well. So, I don't know. I retired the Livin' shirt the other week. Is it time to retire this shirt already? But no, I wore this shirt again yesterday to the footy, and before I threw it in the wash, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to quickly throw it on for the podcast today. And hey, if it stinks, I don't care because I'm in here by myself, okay? But let's rip into some stories. Let's see what's happening. Let me close my old friend Bob Catter up here. Where's the fucking X? There we go. Let me take a sip. All right. Couple of kids' stories. Again, sorry to you that don't have children and find these stories boring, but parents listening, you know they're fucking... That's all we have to talk about. So, I do have some non-children related stories as well coming up. So buckle in, ladies and gentlemen. But the first one, I don't want to start out too blue. I don't want to make this a blue podcast, okay? I'm known as a pretty clean guy around the scenes. And starting a podcast off like this, oh, guys, it's not how I want to do it. But let's kick off with a bit of shit talk. Parker, my 5-year-old son, I just said it in that. He is 5 years old, okay? Now, he... As much as I fucking despise it, and I say to Nikita, he's got to start fucking doing it, we still wipe his ass, okay? Come at me in the comments. We still do it, and every now and then I'm like, no, you do it, buddy. And when he does try, hats off to him for trying, but God, he just makes a fucking mess. He just makes a mess. So some days I just have to pick my battles, and I go, look, do I want to fucking let him have a crack, and then that lead into... me having to tidy up, then throw him in the shower, then fucking dry him, then redress him. It leads into a half an hour event, okay? Or I can just quickly get the toilet paper out, give it a quick wipe, we're done. We're all on with our days. So Westy was like wiping his own ass from legit probably fucking 2 years old, I would imagine. I don't remember, like, and that's probably a thing with your oldest child. I don't remember a lot of the shit like that type of stuff that I used to do with Westy. And, even like I said the other week, got a new nephew, and Nikita and I were around there yesterday, and just like, we both got in the car and we're like, I don't think we could do like baby stage again. I think we're both 150% fucking done, which we were done before then, but just hearing like a baby crying and stuff, it's so crazy when it's your kid and you're like, that's okay, everyone relax. Kids are allowed to cry. And now you hear a kid crying and you're like, oh, God, that just pierces my soul. I think it's because it just flashes back to all those sleepless nights and shit like that. Just the bad memories. But anyway, back to wiping ass. So P goes number 2 the other day, okay? I go into the bathroom. I go, you done, buddy? He goes, yeah, I'm all done. So he does the old lean forward. I get the toilet paper. And I go to swipe his ass crack like it's a fucking credit card reading machine. And as my hand is wiping through my son's ass crack, he turns his head and whispers in my ear and goes, ooh, that's a big one, Daddy. Oh, God, it fucking stumped me. I've gone, no, don't fucking do that. I've like ripped the toilet paper out of my hand, thrown it away. I'm like, I'm done. You're wiping your own ass from now on. If you don't want to wipe your own ass, Mum, and if you can give Westy $5, I'm sure he'll come and do it for you. But my God, speaking about Daddy, we have a story coming up later in the episode. I'm not going to fucking ruin it for now, but oh God, on to the next one. I pick up both the boys the other day. Westy jumps in the ute, all excited, right? And he goes, Dad, I got huge news. And I'm like, oh, what's going on, buddy? He goes, I don't want to brag or anything, but I got student of the week this week. And I've gone, oh my God, that's incredible. I start asking him questions. I'm like, that's sick. Did you get a certificate? He's like, yep. I'm like, did you have to go up like in front of assembly and shit like that? He's like, yep. I'm like, oh, how'd you find that? Like being on stage, looking at all your friends and stuff. He's like, oh, it was all right. I was like, okay, cool. And then, so we're going back and forth. And from the back seat, P goes, hey, Dad, I've got some pretty exciting news too. And he just wants to one-up his big brother. I know he's got nothing in his arsenal, okay? I know he's got nothing coming for me of interest. I go, oh, really, P? What happened to you today? And he stares out the window for a solid 20 seconds. And Westy and I are just looking at each other laughing because we know he's rattling through his Refidex of the day. And he's like, what the fuck did I do today? I've got these guys waiting for an answer. I need to give them something. He looks down at his arm and he sees that he's got 2 stamps on his arm. And he goes, oh, I got 2 stamps at kindy today. Oh, God. And Westy and I just looked at each other and laughed. And I'm like, wow, that's incredible, buddy. Good job. That is that's great news. That is, both my sons are killing it today. One gets student of the week and one gets 2 stamps. But I don't know. I don't think you can really top student of the week, can you? Like, you definitely can't top it with stamps. Like, that's just stationery. That's you can't top student of the week with stationery. That's not a flex. Sorry if you're listening to this, P. I'm really proud of you. Hopefully you come home from kindy today with 3 stamps. That would be absolutely incredible. But I'll take another little sip before we rip right into the next one. Oh, can you guys hear that like bubbling when I take a sip? I'm always interested. Anyway, yesterday, had a pretty jam-packed day yesterday, but we kicked it off. We planned a big day at the strawberry farm, okay? We took my niece with us to give the brother and sister-in-law a little break while they got their newborn. So niece was all excited. And before we rip into like the strawberry farm thing, fuck it. I'll try and remember to insert this somewhere in here, but this isn't in my notes. It just popped in my head as we went through this. So we've been strawberry picking today a couple of times, okay, with the boys. And when they're little, it's surprisingly a lot of fun. Like, oh my God, guys, come over here. Look at this big strawberry. And I don't eat strawberries. I don't eat them. But the boys, like Parker, he will sit there and eat $80 worth of strawberries in one fucking sitting. And other than that, like they're older now, 5 and 8, and it sort of took some of the cuteness and fun out of it, if that makes sense. If our niece wasn't there, it probably would have been like, we would have been done in 3 minutes. Like P and Westy filled up their punnet so quickly. And I'm like sitting around and I'm like, okay, I needed some stories for the podcast this week. So I'm like, Strawberry Farm. We got Strawberry Farm on Sunday. That's fine. I'll get a heap of stories from there. I'm banking on the fact that back in the day when we took the boys, it was a fun day out, okay? Oh, my God. Fucking Parker tripped over a giant strawberry vine and then Weston had to go to the toilet and he pissed all over the strawberries. You know what I mean? Like a cool story like that. But none of that happened. It actually turned out to be quite a boring day at the Strawberry Farm. So we fill all our punnets and we go out. And as you walk out, they've got like a shop, if you will, and they sell all homemade stuff and cutting boards and blah, blah, blah. But their big attraction is strawberry ice cream made from the strawberries from the field. And we're like, oh, like we've got them before. Again, I don't get one because I don't like fucking strawberries. But I play along for the fun of it. Nikita goes, you want anything? I go, a bottle of water would be lovely. Didn't get a fucking bottle of water. So I don't want to call her out on the podcast, but God, I was fucking parched. But anyway, Nikita goes to get the ice creams and I see a table that is empty. So I go, okay, I'll go sit at the table. So when you got all the ice creams, you can come back and we can sit here, eat them. There's a little playground off to the side. And so I'm sitting there by myself at this table. I'm looking around. I'm people watching as I do. And I look to the table beside me. Now, there is a middle-aged man there. Nothing stands out of him. Close your eyes and picture a common Australian male. That is this guy. There's no outstanding features. There's nothing that would, like, if the police asked you to describe him, it'd be difficult. It'd be like middle-aged, chubby, short brown haircut, brown eyes, fucking white shirt. You know, I pretty much just explained myself. As I looked in the camera, I'm like, you're painting a picture of yourself, dickhead. But anyway, let's move on. So there's this bloke, and he's there with his wife. Now, she's got a few more outstanding features. I don't know how to say this politically correct. Maybe, let's just say she was a bigger woman, okay? She had bigger bones than him, let's put it that way. And they had their 3 kids there. Now, they had just finished their ice creams, the kids, and the kids go, can we go play on the playground? And they go play on the playground. Now, it's just the mum and dad sitting there, okay? They're across the side of the table from each other. They're licking their ice creams and making small talk. Nothing too out of the ordinary as of yet, okay? Now, as the bigger lady goes to take her next lick of the ice cream, a big chunk of the ice cream falls off the side and just drips down between her giant tits. Oh, God. A big drip of ice cream just drops down in between her big fat tits. Didn't I go on a tangent like a week or two ago about big fat tits? I don't know. It feels familiar. It feels like it's in my repertoire. But anyway, then I'm like, oh, okay, what's going to happen here? And then I see this guy, this like plainly common man, locks eyes with his wife with the most excitement I've ever seen in a man's eyes before. And he proceeds to make flirty, dirty talk with her. Oh, God. It made me so gross. Picture me. I'm sitting on a fucking table by myself in the middle of a fucking strawberry farm watching this real life 50 Shades of Grey shit going on right beside me. Just this guy trying to lick strawberry ice cream out of his wife's big, fat, juicy tits. It was supposed to be like a fun... Oh, shit. I think I just disconnected my Roadcaster when I play videos. But it was supposed to be like a fun family day out at the strawberry farm. Like a cute family movie or something. But I felt like I was more in like Brazzers in the berry field. Oh, God, what was that laugh? Oh, that's when you know I'm excited to get a punchline out. When I do... What was that? That was the girliest fucking shit. I've never done that laugh in my life. I'm going to take a sip because obviously something's wrong with my throat. Oh. But what I was saying earlier, I've tied this into this story. That'll do us at the strawberry farm there. But I was at... Wait, let me take you guys back in case this is like you're jumping on this episode or something. A couple of weeks ago, I mentioned that I've been irritating 2 people in my life by making disgusting dirty talk and like saying daddy and shit to them, and that's Nikita and Adrian. Now, they both fucking hate it more than anything, and I think that's why I like it so much. I was cruising around the other day and I was just brainstorming in my head because that's what I do. I think of ways to irritate people. And I don't know how or why this popped into my head. But I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. And Adrian is going to fucking hate that. So I got back to work. I was over there talking to Adrian. And I go, he's telling me something. I don't know, something to do with work. And I go, oh, that story made me creamy. Oh, God. And I don't know why. It felt like I just invented a slur or something. Like it felt like a man telling another man that he felt creamy, or you just made me so creamy. Oh, God, it was disgusting. And it had the exact reaction I was chasing. Anger and disgust. Both, he didn't know which emotion to convey more. It was amazing to watch. It was like his brain just having a little fucking aneurysm of the 2 emotions just punching each other for the first one to come out of his mouth. I think the first one was like, shut the fuck up, you stupid idiot. Oh, it was so good. But then I got home, I was telling Nikita, and well, I wasn't actually telling her, okay? It started with this. She was making dinner. And again, I played it exactly how I played it with Adrian. She was telling me some story. I go, oh, that story made me creamy. And she goes, what the fuck did you just say? She goes, what the fuck did you just say? And I go, oh, that story made me creamy. And she goes, that is fucking so gross. And I go, yeah, Adrian didn't like it either. And she's like, why the fuck would you say that to Adrian? Oh, God. I was like, I don't know. I enjoy hurting people. I enjoy making people angry. That's what I get off on. I literally just came inside my pants telling you guys that story. But let's why did I put that down there? I don't know. This next bit's not going to make sense, but when has this podcast ever made fucking sense, guys? But last kid story for the week. Oh, that's why I did it, because it was the last kid story. I went off on a tangent on that creep. Holy fuck. I went off on a tangent with that creamy shit. If I didn't do that, the whole kid thing would have flowed on. So let's pretend we didn't just talk about creaminess and move back onto kid shit. Westy had his last game of basketball on Saturday. So he ended up winning against their biggest, what's the rivals? Rivals, that's it. Both these teams were like neck and neck all season. And Westy's team got the win off over them, which means they went the entire season undefeated. So we were expecting like a brutal fight, like a brutal match, and it ended up being 39-9. But sorry, on the scoreboard, 29-9, because God forbid somebody loses too hard. It still irritates me, and I was on scoreboard again this week, and oh God, Look, I will say this. There is something satisfying about, because there's a parent from each team on the scoreboard, okay? And there is something satisfying about the opposing parent seeing one of their baskets go in, and then they look at the scoreboard to see 2 points go up on their team. And because I'm a sore loser, as soon as I put the 2 points on their team, I put the 2 points that we're now in lieu on our team as well. And just seeing their heart break. And it's like, You guys came to play some basketball, didn't you? Came to play some fucking street ball. We're not around here making pansies, you know what I mean? But that night, he had like his presentation night, if you will. And his team got team of the year in the entire like basketball thing, because I think they were the only team to go undefeated for the whole season. So that was pretty fucking sick. He was stoked with himself, so he got a little medal and a trophy for that. So we've got a couple of weeks off now, and then we rip into the summer season, it must be. That's another thing. If you got kids, get them into basketball. It's like an all year round sport. They just have like a 3 week break in between each season. So it's pretty fucking sick. Keeps him busy. All right. Let's we need a little break from all this. Let's rip into our first little turns out it can get worse. What do we got here? Which one is it? That's right. I've got this bad boy here. Now, if anything could have made Westy's season better, it would have been having a captain like this bloke.
This is what I want you to do in the third quarter. I want you boys and girls to get out there and play your hearts out for this club, okay? Because we're Tigers, for goodness sake. We need to roar like one. We need to hunt like one. We need to be one. Come on! We're the Tigers!
Come on, Tigers, let's fucking go. Is there anything that pumps you up more than just a chubby kid, a chubby captain, just giving the most uplifting motivational speech you've ever fucking heard in your life? I heard him screaming at his team. I was ready to fucking enlist. Let's fucking go, Tigers. If anyone knows, what's their team called? I got their little tag here. The North Beach Football Club. If anyone knows if the North Beach Football Club Tigers won after that, please send me a DM. I would fucking love to get that bloke on the phone and just get him to give me a pump up, you know what I mean? Like 1 week where I'm really struggling, I want to get him on the pod and just tell me how much of a good job I'm doing and just fucking rip right in. Let's fucking go, Tigers. Oh, Lord. What a fucking legend. He's a top bloke, that guy. All right. I did just take a sip, but I'm going to take another one. It's been a while between drinks since I've had a Subway story. So here we go, guys. We know I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with Subway. I love their food, okay? But there is just something about their service. I always seem to get bad, what do they call themselves? Sandwich artists. I always seem to get a bad sandwich artist. But let's lead into this one. Went to my local Subway the other day for lunch at work, and there was a new worker there, okay? I'm not going to write them off the bat. they might be a good addition to my local Subway. Now, anyone that's been to Subway, which I think 99% of the population probably has been to a Subway at some point of their life, you know it is like it's like a production line. You go to the start, they go, what bread can we get you? What fucking meat? What cheese? Toasted or fresh? Salads. It's fucking every Subway you've ever been to. It's like they get trained just to do that. Now, I went there the other day. I go to the first part. The guy goes, hey, how are you? What can I get you? I go, Italian herbs, please. Chicken classic, Old English, toasted. Okay, perfect. Piece of cake. This guy he's putting it all together. I can't see anything strange off the bat. Now, he goes, he picks it up, he puts it in the oven. Now, this is where it got weird. Once it was in the oven, he didn't really have much else to do. So it was just two awkward people standing there, either side of the salad bar, in fucking silence, basically, just hearing the hum of the oven. And he then looks at me while my sandwich is in the oven, right? He's just put it in. And he goes, what sauce do you want on that? What? What the fuck did you just ask me? It felt like he just made a racial slur at me or something. That's how fucking offended I was. And I go, it took me off guard. I had to think. Whereas when it is left to the usual production line, it's bang, bang, bang. I know what I want. I get the same order every single time. And I go, just sweet chili and garlic aioli. And he's like, okay, no worries. And then he proceeds to pull it out and then goes, what salads do you want? And now I'm thrown off. I'm expecting him to put sauce on now. And then I tell him the salads, and you'll never guess, guys. Guess what fucking happened when we made it all the way down the line to the sauces? He had to re-ask me because he fucking forgot, okay? And it irritated me. I don't know if you guys can hear the anger coming through, but God, it fucking pissed me off. It goes salads, then sauce, okay? We don't go sauce, then salads. No Subway does that. So I'm making an official report. I've had enough with Subway, okay? Asking if you want sauce before salad is like putting a condom on before you've even met a girl. Like, and there would be blokes cruising around listening to this podcast right now with a condom on their flaccid cock, just going, I'm going to meet a lady sooner rather than lady. Sooner rather than lady? Sooner rather than later, you dumb fuck. Let's cruise out of that story. We're going straight from one poor customer service interaction into another. Nikita and I both picked the kids up Friday afternoon from school, and I don't know why. We just had one of those afternoons where the kids wanted to go to a park or something, and Nikita and I were in no real rush to get home. So we're like, yeah, all right, whatever, let's do something. So I think we went to a park, and then we got back in the car, and Nikita goes, oh, do you guys want some ice cream? They're like, fucking oath, we want some ice cream. So we cruise all the way into our local Baskin and Robbins, and this is where shit turns south. We walk in there, and again, up until this moment, I've had pretty positive interactions there, and I reckon I've probably only been there 5 times since it's been there. And went in there Friday afternoon. We were the only customers in there, and when we got there, the young lady behind the counter was over in the corner sorting napkins or something. Like, not a job that seemed overly important, but it is one of those jobs that has to get done, so you can't be mad at her. Now, I would assume if I was working there and I saw a customer walk in and I was doing a mundane task such as that, I would put that down. I'll come back to that. I'll serve the customers. So she doesn't do that. She keeps doing what she's doing over there, which is okay at this point because the boys have to look at all the fucking ice creams and go, oh, I want that one, but then I want that one, but then I might want these toppings on this one, but so I'm not too sure. So we've got a little bit of fucking around before we even need her. So I'm okay with that. And the boys finally get what they want. And we're like, okay, sweet, no worries. Then, I'm not joking, it's probably been 3 to 4 minutes since we've been in the store. And she still has not been like, oh, hey guys, 1 second, I'll be with you in a moment. Nothing, just radio silence. As if she knew we were there, but she didn't acknowledge us. And she finally walks over Doesn't say a word. Just stares at us from the other side of the ice cream thing, just looking at us. And Nikita's like, hi. It was so awkward. It felt like we were talking to a robot. And the lady's like, oh, hi, can I help you? And then I felt like chiming in, like, yeah, scoop the fucking ice cream into the cone. We needed this done half an hour ago, but you found napkins more entertaining. Like, Jesus Christ, it made me angry. But luckily, Nikita took the reins, and she's like, oh, yes, can we just get a blah, 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 whatever we ended up getting. I don't know if your kids do this as well, if you're listening and have kids, but they choose weird fucking... I'm going to break down the ice cream industry right now. This is what they're doing. I'm cracking them wide open. They come up with the most creative, delicious tasting names for the worst tasting ice creams, okay? You keep it simple with chocolates, vanillas, banana, choc mint, cookies and cream, shit like that. Keep it simple. You're going to have a good time. Parker got some fucking like, I don't even remember what it was. It was like sea salt rainbow beach flavor or something. And he's like, I want that. And I'm like, you're not going to like it. Sure enough. Spend like $10 on this ice cream for him not to like. And I'm like, all right, give it here. And I fucking hated it as well. But anyway, she was very irritating. That lady irritated me a lot. And that's all I'll go on that. But while we're talking about public service announcements, this is the Can't Get Any Worse public service announcement of the week. Men that work out, whether it be in a gym, whether it be running, whether you're in a park or something, if you work out in the compression tights, like the long ones, you need to wear running shorts over the top of them. I know. I feel stupid even saying it out loud. It should just be common sense, right? If you wear those tight fucking long pants and don't wear shorts over the top of them, you're a sexual predator. You should not be allowed out in public doing your stupid little workouts. You should go back to like COVID times and just work out inside your house because nobody wants to fucking see that shit. Like Westy's basketball game on Saturday, we go out the front to get a sausage sizzle and we order and this bloke comes jogging around the corner in these tight fucking compression pants and instantly turned me off my sausage, if you know what I mean. Just a big sausage slamming around from thigh to thigh inside his little tights. Oh, God. It was fucking disgusting. It irritated me. But let's break out of that with another turns out it can get worse. This is talking about menaces in society. We've got this lovely lady. Let's see what she's banging on about. Why is that fucking taking up so much of my screen? There we go. All right.
Oi, cunts. Yeah, if you think I'm a slutty whore or like I'm a drug dealer, then go fuck yourselves and go to fucking hell where you belong. You don't know me. I haven't touched drugs in ages and it was probably just a bit of green in the past, you fuckwits. And P.S. I don't drug deal either because I'm Sicilian and like I'm too gangster to deal drugs. Fuck you. I get ripped off if I buy them, idiots. And I'm not a slut and whore either because I clean and slut means unclean woman, you dickhead fucks, you dumb fucking ugly fat bitches. Yep. Fuck off. And yeah, I'm not a whore because I don't get paid, bitch.
What the fuck? So unhinged. Jesus Christ. I haven't touched drugs in ages and I'm Sicilian. What the fuck does that have anything to do? Just playing some sort of ethnic card. I'm pretty sure there are Sicilian people that do drugs. It's not some sort of weird get out of jail free card, you know what I mean? And then I'm not a slut or a whore because I don't get paid. That's just like charity work at the end of the day. You're just whoring that dirty puss out just for the fun of it, just for the love of the game. She's the LeBron James of whoring. Oh, yuck. So gross. I love these people. If you guys have any of these people, and look, let me say this right now. I have had a few of you send in some videos. But I think we all know there is, as much as I try and tiptoe the line, there is a line somewhere. And some of the videos you guys send me, it's too much for a podcast, okay? It's too much. It's funny, but it's too much. Oh, let's delve into the rest of my Sunday yesterday after the strawberry farm. I got hit up by friend of the show, Matty Carvosso from the Mayoraki podcast. He goes, what are you doing Sunday, Arvo? I was like, not much, I don't think. What are you thinking? And he goes, oh, he's trying to do this big thing at the moment where, I don't know if you guys follow him on socials, but he's got a disgusting fucking haircut. Just this little mud flap on the back of his head. He's got like a skullet. He's bald with a little fucking tuft of hair on the back of his skull. And basically he's trying to get Felice Kafusi on his podcast, who rocked a similar haircut, I don't know, a while back. So I think yesterday when we were filming, he was up to day 37 of posting a video every single day until Felice agrees to come on the podcast. So yeah, he goes, can you come up and basically film me for the day, like be my cameraman? And I was like, yeah, sure, sounds like a bit of fun. So the other cool thing, he is in with like a heap of the Titans players and like some other teams. So he gets free tickets to all these games and shit. So he goes, oh, I got free tickets from Beau Fermor. I think his name was. I wrote it down somewhere. Yeah, Beau Fermor, who's a second rower for the Titans. So I go, okay, cool. So we go pick the tickets up from the hotel, and we're in the fucking family section with the rest of the like family of the Titans. We're sitting directly in front of Kieran Foran's wife and kids. So it was pretty sick to see him score a try yesterday. He's got 2 games left of his career before he calls it quits. So yeah, seeing him score a try was pretty good. The whole fucking section there was up on their feet screaming. So it was sick. But basically, yeah, we just spent the whole day cruising down Caxton Street, going into the Caxton Hotel, fucking interviewing people about why they think Felice should come on Matty's podcast, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I think Matty got some good clips out of it. Anyway, we're watching the game, and they announce over the loudspeaker, and they're like, oh, we're opening the gates at the end of the game so everyone can run onto Suncorp Stadium and talk to your favourite players and shit like that. And Matty straight away, he's like, fuck yeah, this is it. If I don't get him today, we got no chance. And the gates open, and fucking we just start sprinting across Suncorp Stadium. It was like I was Billy Slater in 2005 State of Origin. I was ready to do a chip and chase, and I'm trying to trail behind Matty, and Matty just starts weaving his way, pushing fucking pregnant ladies and kids out of the way to get to his hero Felice. And I'm trying to like stay as close as I can with the camera. And we finally get, I don't know, we're maybe like 4 people away from the barrier, and Felice is right there. Like, he was so fucking close. Like, we were less than 10 meters away from him. Matty's screaming out. Matty's got this big sign, and no matter what he did, he just could not get his fucking attention. And Felice ended up going back into the sheds. And so Matty knows one of the other fucking Dolphins players somehow, calls him over. He goes, bro, can you give Felice this sign? Gives the guy his sign. And from there, we don't know if Felice saw it or not. So we're all playing a bit of a waiting game at the moment. But if you're listening, go on to Matty's socials, the Mayraki podcast, and just look at all his videos there, and just in the comments tag Felice just to try and get his attention. But to cap off the afternoon, just want to say a quick fuck you to the Brisbane City Council. Matty was stressing about driving up in the city and shit. He wanted to catch a bus, and I was like, bro, I fucking hate catching buses, but if you really want to, I'm like, other option is I can drive, and I don't mind driving. I like driving. And I'm like, I do know side streets up there that I park down when I do gigs at Good Chat and shit like that. I never had an issue. And he goes, okay, sweet, if you know where you're going. Yep. They got me, guys. They got me. In all the times I've parked there over the last 3 years to do Good Chat gigs and shit, not once have I got a fine. I parked there on one random Sunday afternoon for the footy. Fine. Bang. $125. So fuck you, Brisbane City Council. So good times. Good way to cap off a fucking sick afternoon. Last little story I got for the week. Took the boys. We got a new car wash near our place, okay? I know. Riveting shit. Riveting fucking shit. And we've never been in that one. We've always stayed loyal to our other local one that serviced us for all these years. And on the weekend, I just needed a quick wash. Basically, bats and birds in the trees outside have fucking destroyed my car with shit. So I just needed a quick rinse. So I go, all right, boys, let's go to the car wash. Throw them in the car. And we go drive in. And straight away, it's all fancy as shit. I've never been in this car wash before, and this has never happened to me. But we cruise in slowly. The underwater thing, the jets are flying up, cleaning all underneath. Everything is fine for now. Then the red light flashes to tell you to stop. So I stop, put it in neutral, pull the handbrake up, and all of a sudden, a door behind us and in front of us just fucking shuts. We are now locked in this car wash. I start freaking out. The boys start freaking out. Then the roar of the jets starts up and foam and lasers and just loud noises. We're in like a fucking rave cube at this point. Foam just starts pounding the car. Lasers are like shooting through the foam and shit. We're just in there like trying not to have a seizure. It was just 3 autistic blokes having a sensory meltdown inside a fucking inside a robot fucking cube while robots are just scrubbing my fucking rims. Oh god. That is peak family fun. But yeah, fuck that. It scared me. I don't know if you guys have been in a car wash where you've been locked in before, but not fun. Quite scary, actually. All right, let's rip into my week in comedy. Again, didn't have any gigs last week, so all I've done is work on the solo show. And not really too much to touch on. I won't bore you guys with it. But a big thing I did, I deleted like a chunk of jokes out of it. Not a huge chunk, just like 1 or 2 shortish jokes. Just because I was reading through the show and I was like, it was all making sense. It was all flowing. And then around like the middle to 3/4 mark, I think it was around the time where I was just trying to fill the show. And I just had these 2 jokes there and they just weren't really flowing and they're a little bit too edgy for what the show is. Like I think they'll work fine if I'm just doing like a 10-minute spot somewhere and I can throw them in there because I'll just get like quick, dirty, edgy laughs, you know what I mean? But in a show like I'm trying to write where you're trying to like build tension and break tension and fucking roller coaster left and right, blah, 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 it just wasn't really working. So I just fucking highlighted both jokes and pressed delete and I was like, God, that's fucking scary because now I've got to write another little bit that's going to fill that. Otherwise, I'm probably going to fall well short. And yeah, I was also kind of happy with myself that I was like, had the, what's the word? Had the fucking, I don't know, yeah, I can't think of the word. But I was just happy that I had the confidence, I suppose, to just delete those bits and go, yeah, nah, that's not what I'm going for. That's not going to work. It's too dirty. It's too creamy. Just dropping creamy in again. That's my new word. If you guys don't vote for creamy as the episode title, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. But yeah, that's where the show's at. And again, gone from the excitement to the fucking stressing out of how I'm gonna make this happen. But we're gonna get there, guys. Let's play our last can't get any worse clip of the week. We've got our friend here.
I'm Ryan, and when I say I like ass, I mean god damn, I guess.
God damn, Ryan. I think Ryan likes ass. Fucking Ryan, Jesus Christ. But a couple of things that have piqued my interest this week that I thought I'd touch on. The Gold Coast had its first IBC on Thursday night, which was fucking unreal. So for those that don't know, IBC stands for International Brawling Championship. And I wanted to go. There were still tickets available Thursday afternoon, and I was like so tempted just to hit buy. But I held off just to see how it all was, and I just followed closely on socials and shit. And I just want to say, for a first event, I don't think it could have gone any more perfect. Like, it was unbelievable. The socials were pumping. Like, there were highlights of every fight as the fight was going. It was, like, to compare them to something, their socials were keeping up with, like, what the UFC would do in a main event fucking pay-per-view. That's how good it was. And the quality was top-notch. They had big names there, like championship boxers and shit like that come out to support it. And, yeah, just an overall event just seemed to be insane. Like, and I suppose... Again, I didn't really explain it too well at the start, did I? But what they're doing is it's more or less boxing, I suppose. Like there's no grappling or takedowns or anything like that. It's just literally on your feet swinging, but it's in MMA gloves, like UFC gloves. And goddamn, these guys just swung for the fences. It was unbelievable. Every fucking fight, just non-stop swinging. Everyone on the card wanted the win so bad. But yeah, apparently the next one is in December, and I think I'm going to have to pull the trigger and go to that one. It seemed absolutely fucking unreal. But I think if they can keep that going, I think the IBC is going to be fucking huge in Australia. It is perfect for our Australian culture, if you will, because I said it in the Hamzat and Drickus fight when I broke that down. Everyone was so pissed that Hamzat just ground out the win with his grappling. Like, all anyone wants to see is just two blokes in the centre swinging for the fences until one of them drops to the ground. And that's exactly what this was. So, yeah, hopefully they can fucking keep it up. But also in other exciting news, I didn't have this written down either, but heard rumours this week that there's supposed to be a bare knuckle fighting championship card in Perth in July. We all know that got cancelled because the government didn't want it to go ahead. Rumours are there is going to be a BKFC in Queensland, in the Brisbane/Gold Coast area in October, November. So heard a couple of the fighters are in fight camp at the moment for that. If that fucking happens, that'll be absolutely unreal. So keen as to see how that all unfolds. Last thing I wanted to touch on this week, watched a fucking movie. You guys know me. I don't watch many movies, but when I do, I want them to be good. And I decided to sit down and put Jurrasic World Rebirth on. Do yourself a favor, guys. Do not fucking put it on. What the fuck was that shit? I saw it had Scarlett Johansson in it, and I was like, oh, it must be pretty decent. I don't know what that shit was. The graphic, like the effects and graphics and shit, like the dinosaurs, don't get me wrong, the dinosaurs looked the best that dinosaurs have ever looked in movies. But I don't know how they can ace making a dinosaur look so realistic, and then like the action sequences look so fake and like not good. So I don't know if you guys saw it. The kids also were awake, so they were butting in every 10 minutes or so with questions and shit like that. We had to keep pausing it. So I don't know. I just think at this point, movie people just have to leave my childhood alone. Stop remaking shit. Come up with new ideas. If you guys need some new ideas in Hollywood, get me on board. I've got fucking 1,000 movie ideas jotted down on this computer here. But other than that, guys, let's rip in. Like I said, I'm ditching the motivational clip for the week and going into funny stand-up clips or podcast clips, and thought I'd bring this one. It's my fucking goat. My comedic man crush, Tom Segura, with one of the funniest bits I've ever heard about being a boy dad. So it does go for a little while, so buckle in.
I have two boys. They're 6 and 3, and they are boys, like real he-hims, if you know what I'm saying. Don't worry, we asked them, all right? And they were like, definitely. And we're like, oh, it's up to you. Now, luckily, I have a cousin that lives near me, and he has 2 girls, the same age, 6 and 3. So I get this wildly different experience up close and in person all the time. And these girls come over to my house. My God, what did I do wrong where I didn't get girls? These girls, they show up and they're like, hello, Uncle Tommy. I go, hello to you. And they go, where should we sit? I go, try one of the chairs. And they go, we would like to color. I go, please. And then they sit down and they fucking color. An hour later, I can go into that room and they're like, I go, that's nice. Where are my boys? Are they in the house? Are they on the house? Are they they're on the street. Fantastic. I go out there, I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? And they're like, we broke all the crayons and we put them in the mailbox. Thank you. Thanks for doing that.
So fucking good. But yeah, Tom Segura there, my fucking goat in comedy. If I could get 1% of what his career has been, I would be the happiest person alive. But things to plug for this week, ladies and gentlemen. We have Friday the 5th of September. I'll be at the Palm Beach Hotel, which is this Friday. So if you're in the Gold Coast area, come down. I haven't done that gig before, so excited to see. I think I'm going to have to pull the trigger and start trialing some of these bits from the show, which is fucking scary. Jesus Christ. I just fucked all that up. There we go. Get the camera roughly back where it needs to be. All right, that'll do for the rest of the show. The next Sunnies one has been announced Saturday, the 20th of September. Absolutely cracking lineup for that one. Distillery Road Market, 21st of September. All right, I'll go on record. This is our fucking most stacked lineup we've had at Distillery Road. So if you're in the Logan area, come along to that one. I'm emceeing that one, and everyone on the lineup is fucking killers with an amazing headliner. Then on Friday, October 10th, we are at the Orion Hotel. Tickets for sale for that one as well. And the big one, guys, October 7th, Epiphany, my solo show, my debut solo show, will be at Good Chat Comedy Club. And like I've been saying, it's a fucking Tuesday and I need your guys' help. If you listen to this and you're not in the Queensland region but you know someone, please just shoot them a message, tell them to come along, throw it up in your stories. Anything and everything would be fucking greatly appreciated because, like I said, doing everything I can. I'm guest on 4 different podcasts over the next couple of weeks, which is unreal. Looking forward to being on the other side of the mic, which is going to be sick, and just doing everything I can to try and push tickets to this bad boy. I mean, $125 of my marketing fee has now gone to the Brisbane City Council for my parking fine, but I don't know. We'll make it work, guys. Other than that, guys, anything you've got to send your submissions via DM on Instagram at cantgetanyworsepodcast or via email at cantgetanyworsepod@gmail.com. As I've been saying lately, fucking loving talking to you guys every single week. It's fucking finally making it all worth it. Again, it's been a couple of weeks since I've said it, but if you haven't, I know most of you have by now, but if you haven't, 5-star ratings on Spotify and Apple Podcast just helps us get in the algorithms, helps us get noticed more. People will click on the podcast and go, oh, okay, they're not a fucking 2-star rating. Well, let's give them a crack. So the more listeners, guys, the more fun shit we can do. We can start looking at, merch and live shows and just fucking all the crazy ideas going up in this head. But other than that, guys, genuinely appreciate you guys listening, and I will see you later.